Welcome to today's deep dive into the world of muscle growth. Have you ever wondered if you could build more muscle by tweaking your workout routine? Specifically, could implementing lengthened supersets with some of your exercises give you that extra edge? A new study is the first of its kind to explore this concept, and we're about to break it all down for you. First, let's start with the basics. What even is a lengthened superset? During exercises, your muscles move from longer to relatively shorter lengths. Some exercises are most challenging when your muscles are at shorter lengths. For example, calf raises tend to be hardest when your calves are in a plantar flexed position, where you feel a squeeze, meaning the muscle is at its shortest. Similarly, rows, pull-downs, and pull-ups are most challenging when your arms are more bent, and your hands are closer to your body, where the back and biceps are at relatively shorter lengths. Dumbbell lateral raises and bent-over raises are hardest when your arms are out to the sides, where your shoulder muscles are at shorter lengths. Lastly, leg curls also tend to be most challenging when the knees are more flexed, and the hamstrings are at a shorter position. If you train to failure on these exercises, you often fail around that shorter muscle length position. However, you can still push out a few more partial reps when the muscles are at relatively longer lengths. This is what we call a lengthened superset. After you reach or come close to failure with your normal range of motion on exercises that are hardest at shorter muscle lengths, you immediately perform as many partial reps in the lengthened position as possible. Now that we understand the concept, let's dive into the new research. The study recruited 23 untrained men who performed calf raises on a Smith machine, starting with their foot in a dorsiflex position and moving to a plantar flexed position to complete a full range of motion. Subjects trained to momentary failure, which is the point where, despite their best efforts, they could no longer complete a full range of motion. In one leg, the subjects performed normal calf raises until failure. With the other leg, they did the same but then immediately performed as many partial reps as they could in the dorsiflexed position, where the calf muscles are at a longer length. The results? The leg that performed lengthened supersets saw greater muscle growth than the leg that performed normal reps. The difference in growth was 0.62 mm more, which in relative terms was 43.3% greater, while 0.62 mm might not sound like much. Considering the fact that muscle growth is a slow process, this difference is significant. This study is the first to explore lengthened supersets, and the results were promising. It adds to the growing body of evidence suggesting that training muscles at longer lengths is beneficial for growth. We've seen in previous research that exercises that challenge muscles at longer lengths, like leaning back leg extensions or seated leg curls, tend to produce better results than their shorter length counterparts. But what about purely performing partial reps at long lengths instead of any full range motion? Another study from 2022 showed that medial gastrocnemius growth was 126.9% greater with lengthened partials compared to the full range of motion. This suggests that purely lengthened partials may be even more effective than lengthened supersets, but direct comparisons are needed in future studies. So, what does this mean for your workout routine? Should you start implementing lengthened supersets into every exercise? Not necessarily. While the research is promising, it's still emerging, and much of it has been conducted on untrained individuals. For trained individuals, the results might differ. That said, if you're looking to experiment, you might try incorporating lengthened supersets into exercises that are most challenging at shorter muscle lengths, such as rows, pull-downs, pull-ups, and leg curls. Alternatively, you could experiment with purely performing partial reps at long lengths. In conclusion, while the research on lengthened supersets and long-length training is still in its early stages, the results are promising. If you're curious and want to experiment with your training, adding lengthened supersets or lengthened partials might be worth a try. As always, listen to your body, monitor your progress, and adjust your routine as needed. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.